right.
Okay.
Should be up in a matter of seconds. Alrighty, we are live.
Awesome.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Thirsty Topics. I'm Lawrence Elrod.
And I'm Meryl Klimo.
Today is Halloween.
It is. I was hoping you'd come on dressed as a Chicago Bear, but I don't know. Maybe not yet.
I should have.
I've been using the same witch hat since like October 1st, so I'll be happy to retire it.
Hey, at least you're getting your money's worth out of it, right?
Yeah, for real. Like it's all I wear with like an orange t-shirt, so yes.
Alrighty, well, today is going to be a shorter episode, so I'm going to go ahead and let us jump into it. Meryl, you can go ahead and start.
Okay, good. I wanted to get us into the Halloween spirit with Google's Frightgeist. So pretty much a trending list of what people are searching for their Halloween costumes. Now, okay, without peeking at this, what would your guess be?
As far as the trending costumes for right now?
Yeah. Like what do you think people are going to be going as this year?
I say the top two are going to be the Mendez brothers and Taylor Swift.
Okay. Like honestly, I was thinking the Menendez brothers too, and Taylor is always a great guess, but they are not anywhere on this list, which is very surprising. Yeah. So the top search Halloween costumes of this year are number 1, the shrunken head Bob from Beetlejuice. Which I feel like that's kind of cute, but I have to wonder how the costume works. Like you'd have to either have a pretend head, right? Like maybe on top of you or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of cute. Number 2, Ray Gun, which I must be missing that. I don't even know who Ray Gun is.
I don't either.
Probably me neither. Yeah, but basically the Beetlejuice people are in like the top 10 category. A great one, Sabrina Carpenter, which like kind of close to Taylor Swift, but I feel like Sabrina's a perfect outfit for girls that want to dress up and wear boots and like kind of show off their leotards and stuff. A Chipotle burrito. Which I have to wonder if people are just just searching this and maybe it's getting lost in the costume stuff. And let's see, Joy from Inside Out, always a cute one. Godzilla, which I feel like is a very cute little kid one.
Mm-hmm.
And Soulja Boy.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not see that one coming.
I know. Oh, you know what too? Deadpool and Wolverine, which makes sense because that was a few months ago, but I feel like that totally checks out. I feel like all the Halloween costume stores that I see are pushing Deadpool and Wolverine.
Definitely. I'm really surprised. I'm surprised that with all the talk of the Mendez brothers and talking about how many people wanted to dress up as them for Halloween, I'm very surprised that wasn't on the list.
I know. I wonder if like people are searching their names instead of costumes because maybe they figure like they can just dress like them without having to like I don't know how there'd be a costume of them,
That's true.
Like maybe it's just wearing their outfits and like making their hair coiffed.
That is true. Interesting. Yeah. It'll be kind of interesting to see what the kids dress up as when they we get a lot of trick or treaters at Halloween time, so it'll be fun. Oh yeah. How about you? Do you just get a lot of Halloween?
No, we're the weirdos that like shut the lights off. Not because I hate Halloween, but because I'm always out somewhere else. So I'm like, sorry, suckers, I'm out. What do you hand out?
You know what? I try to hand out the good candy, so I'll hand out like little mini bars of candy and stuff like that. Mostly like I try to do the name brand stuff. The thing that's surprising is when I bought candy this year, I noticed that the prices are the same, but the candy is shrinking quite a bit there.
Yes, yeah. That's what I've heard. Like the whole Hershey's bar now is a little bit less, and Kit Kat, and yeah.
I mean, they didn't do it a little bit. It's like dramatically different.
Yeah.
Like, wow, they really didn't think we were going to notice this, but
I saw a video that made me laugh so hard where it was a guy saying, he was like, I don't know if you've noticed, but the week before Halloween and the election has been 5 years long. Like, I feel like we're living in like this suspended reality where Halloween seems like it is creeping up for like 3 months now, and then same thing with the, like, I feel like we're living the same day over and over. It's been a very long Halloween, but I love it.
Yes, yes. Actually, weather's excellent here for Halloween too.
Ooh, I'm jealous.
So we are happy. We are happy. We know it's not going to last long, so we're going to enjoy it for now.
I know. I'm jelly.
Talk about happy or not. Um, did you get a chance to see the video that's kind of going viral about the comments that Shaq made um to Angel Reese?
No.
Shaq, now I don't know if it's true or not, is supposedly, I guess, a mentor for Angel Reese. For all you people who don't know, Angel Reese is a popular WNBA basketball star. So she was on this show called Wild 'N Out, and she had on, the only way I could describe it is booty shorts.
Okay. Yep.
Very shorts where you can kind of like see, the cracks of the butt. I mean, it's short shorts. So basically, Shaq was, I guess, on her podcast, and they were talking, and Shaq was like, "Hey, you should put on those booty shorts and dunk and whatever." It was kind of like borderline creepy, to be honest.
Really? Was it creepy? Wait, and is there a huge age difference between them?
Oh yeah, Angel Reese is like 22 years old.
Okay, okay.
Shaq's around my age, over 50.
Yeah, yeah.
So literally, Angel Reese could be her daughter, his daughter, easily. And supposedly, he's her mentor, which would be even worse if that's true.
Yeah.
And I guess Angel Reese kind of looks to him as an uncle. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people online saying, well, on the one hand, it's creepy. He should be talking to her like this. Some people are like, well, take a look at what she's wearing. Because of what she's wearing, what do you expect? Which a little on the sexist tip there, but I don't
Right,
know.
right.
What do you think?
Like I would probably, I mean, I'd have to understand more about their relationship if it's like if they really if she's completely safe around him and just views him as like a goofy uncle type of thing, and if he said that in like a very non I know it's creepy, but it almost may be more like harmless and just kind of like, oh God, I think I'd have to understand the context of their relationship. That is a weird thing to say, but I could also think of like some of my guy friends might say that, but in like a very safe, funny way, like not in an overly scary way, like,
Mhm.
but I don't think it's because if he does say it and it's creepy, I don't think it's because like she's wearing it and she asked for it type of thing. If there's
Mhm.
any reason to like pass at it, it's maybe because just of their already like friendly relationship, or maybe they have like some type of just not like understanding, but yeah, I'd have to know more basically.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I love Shaq. Shaq's a great guy. He does a lot for the community and everything. He gives back. Um, Great father and everything. I don't know. It was just, I guess the best way to describe it is kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think also, especially during this time period where like the dominoes are falling and we're seeing that everyone is not who they want or who they are. And now I'm like, Shaq, were you at these Diddy parties? Like,
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, but like I said, it's interesting, and like I say, there's no clear define on what people think because half people think one thing, half the people think
I
another.
know. I don't think that anyone deserves to be like, talked about or made fun of because of what they wear. But I do think I know for a fact I have kind of joking relationships with men that are my friends that if they said something like that they were like nice cleavage, or like it's funny and it's just basically harmless, but
Sure, sure, absolutely. But that context is different than if you look at someone as an uncle. You know,
yeah, yeah, for sure. I don't want any of that. I don't want my uncles even looking at me.
so hopefully this dies off. But like I said, I don't think he meant anything. I don't think he meant anything bad by it. It was just weird. It was,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah, that is weird. Ew, it's like Shaq, please, like that's just weird.
I think it's kind of one of those things where he probably said it and then maybe later goes, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that."
Yeah, I don't even know who his wife is, or I assume Shaq is married. I'm not quite sure, but like
He's divorced now.
Oh, he's divorced. Okay, because I was gonna say if I was his wife and this was happening, I'd be like, please don't be so embarrassing, like out in the media. Like that's just even if it's harmless, that's still the type of thing that's like such a headache for a wife to have to deal with.
True. Very, very true.
And same thing with daughters. I don't know. I'm assuming he has kids too, but they're probably that age, and it's like, Dad, don't be creepy.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I thought this one was interesting. Influencers are getting paid influencers are a big role in this election, as we know, but there's also now there's no way to tell who's getting paid for their endorsements. So partnerships with influencers have become a really popular campaign strategy this season. And it happens on both sides. Like I've heard of the Democratic Party paying like $100,000 up to $200,000 to influencers to come to the events and like post about it organically, or just even sharing their voting stickers and writing a little bit about Harris. I've also heard from it on the flip side of things too, where there's some influencers that I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but like got paid $1 million to go to one of Trump's rallies. I wanted to know your thoughts. And I feel like, oh yeah, I think Jake Paul was one where he got paid to be with Trump. And then obviously, as we know, Trump was just on Joe Rogan. But like, to me, I guess it's fine because I think influencers are almost like the next advertising channel. But I feel like it does need to be disclosed the same way that advertisements, like paid partnerships, have to be disclosed if you're, promoting a product or something. And to me, it's like, I'm like, we're raising election funds so it can go to these people that already have millions of dollars. Like that's kind of annoying. Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. As long as they're not breaking any laws or anything like that, if they want to hire an influencer to bring people to watch or come to their rallies, more power to you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because they still have to disclose that, to the different organizations, when they get those kind of things or spend money like that. But you know, it doesn't matter to me if they disclose or not to people that they're paying influencers. But I think it would be kind of interesting to see, just to see,
Yeah.
how many people they're paying and how many people are at the rallies are really there for them or just kind of following the influences there. That would be it'd be kind of interesting to see.
I know. And it's funny too, because like I could guess who's kind of voting for who in like the influencer world, and that does not influence me whatsoever. Like Beyonce's wonderful and so talented, but like who she votes for has absolutely nothing to do with like my interest or anything. And same goes 100% for the other side. Like if I see Kid Rock voting for someone, that's not going to sway me. So it'd be interesting to see, like, especially for the younger generations, how much it really makes an impact for influencers slash celebrities to endorse someone. Like I know Taylor Swift is a big one because I think like she has millions of girls of, if Taylor does something, they want to be like her. Like she's a voice that I think really does matter. Maybe not matters, but that does have impact. But like some of these other influencers, like the TikTok people, it just seems like a weird way to spend like $100,000 for a campaign.
It is. It is. I mean, basically, what they're trying to do is appeal to younger voters.
Yeah.
To me, that's just my personal opinion. But to me, the best way to appeal to them is to actually go out and talk to them.
Yeah.
Meet with them. Tell them what your policies are. Tell them what's in it for them. Because that's basically what it boils down to is
Yes.
what's in it for them. Why should I give you my vote? That's the answer that you want to give them. Now, they may like it or not like it, but you need to be talking to them because, really, most influencers can't really sway their followers to do things.
No, and we probably already know. Like, chances are, if you follow someone, chances are like your ideologies line up with them anyway. So it's like it's probably not that far off or something. Like, I'm not going to be following 10 influencers that are like markedly different from me. So
Right.
But I also think too, like a good distribution of the money would go. There are some really young, good creators that are making like political content. Like I think there's one guy on TikTok named Dean, and he's a younger person, and like he goes in debates with people. I mean, he's liberal, and he goes to debate with the right, and like he's really well spoken and really interesting, and I feel like he is someone that actively influences people because he's able to go in and like back up what he feels. And I feel like if I was a strategist, like giving someone like that money to make more videos would actually be worth it.
Sure, sure, definitely. And like I said, there's a lot of, like I say, I see a lot of political influencers that are actually really good at what they
I
do.
know.
Mhm.
There's some like really smart people in Gen Z, like younger people too, and
Mhm.
they're so well spoken.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, like I said, I'm with you. I have no problem with the influencers getting paid. And speaking on voting, kind of leads into my next topic, and that is the importance of voting. Um,
Yes.
I guess for me, voting hits a little bit differently. Um, as an African American male, I had the privilege of kind of tracing my ancestry roots. And,
Aw.
the thing is, I've had family members that have experienced extreme racism.
Mhm.
I mean, really horrible racism. There are people that look like me that have lost their lives for the chance to vote. And to me, regardless of who you want to vote for, your ideology, whatever, that's a personal choice. But my thing is, I think that as an American, everyone should vote. Period.
Yeah, yeah.
Your vote is your voice. You want people to listen to you, you vote. And if you think about how what the polls say, and I kind of take polls with a grain of salt because if I take a poll in Chicago and I poll someone from the west side, north side, south side, east side, I'm going to get four different answers.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And again, talking to a handful of people don't speak for that whole group either. So I kind
Right.
of take it with a grain of salt, but I just think that it's so important. And also with everything being so close, according to the polls, that should be a clear indication of how important your vote is. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I mean, I totally agree with you. I think it's really cool of you to also say vote no matter what your position is, because I think a lot of people don't feel that way, where it's like vote, but only if you vote for like the candidate that I want on both sides, and I don't think that's right. I also think it's so important to vote for um the other things on the bill other than just the president itself. Like I feel like it's almost more important like who we vote for locally, regionally, and like moving up. Um so yeah, I beyond agree, and I think this election is really important, and I'm like beyond sad for you that you've had people like, no, it's ridiculous in this day and age that anyone should have to feel scared or made to feel anything other than accepted. So I think that's how I feel like we're pretty much on the same page with that.
Yeah, and actually, you hit a great point too. And a lot of times, I don't know how it is over it where you vote at, but I noticed that when it's time to vote, there's these amendments and different things that are kind of like snuck into and you don't know
Yeah.
actually the voters booth. Like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
it's like, do you agree to like killing all the polar bears in the world? I'm like, wait, no, 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 no. Like, I didn't know about this whole polar bear thing, but yeah.
and to me, that's another reason to vote because they do kind of sneak stuff in that you literally. I kid you not, Meryl. I have never been to a voting where I've saw one or two questions on there about something to raise taxes or whatever that I haven't heard about.
Same thing. Yeah. And I think people too, it's really a friend taught me this a couple of years ago, and I still find friends that don't know this, which is beyond understandable because I think also we weren't really taught how to like vote critically, or like I know for me too. I bet they're teaching it more in the schools, but like now if I don't know something, I look at like who's backing it, and
Mhm.
I then tend to be like, okay, I tend to side a little bit more with like scientists or educators or teachers than I do with like big business and everything. So someone could feel the completely opposite, and that's totally fine. But like I think if you don't know something, seeing who is backing it really helps. Anytime I see like a women's group backing something, that gives it a little bit of like context for me.
Mhm.
And same thing. So yeah, just to like, I think I told a friend this and we're like in our 40s and she's like, oh my God, never thought to do that. And so I'm like, there's no shame in it. We just don't, sometimes we don't think ahead or know exactly how to vote or like, so I think there's still time to learn. And it could be a really intimidating, and I think a lot of people feel if they don't know all of it, then it's not worth it or that they're like miseducated. But I'm like, no, that's who we want to hear from.
Mm-hmm. And the interesting thing too, I remember seeing a clip of Liz Cheney. She was out on the campaign trail with Vice President Kamala Harris, and she said something I think that hit it right on the point about a lot of people being on the fence and whatever. I truly don't think as many people are on the fence as they say they are.
Right.
Sometimes people don't want to say out loud who they want to vote for.
Yeah.
You don't want people to be, why do you vote for that person? What do you mean? And because people get crazy sometimes.
Yeah. Yep.
And here's the thing: you can say you're going to vote for whoever you want, but once you get into that voting booth, only you and God knows who you vote for.
Yeah.
That was the most perfect speech ever said.
Yeah, I love that. Yep, and you don't have to tell anyone. And I'm sure there's lots of people that vote secretly because their family votes a whole other way too. And I'm sure that's that. But yeah, I agree with you. It's important to vote. I mailed in my ballot, and I'm like, all done.
There you go. I'm kind of old school. I kind of like going on election day to vote.
You do, yeah. I just don't trust myself. I mean, I would, I love it, but I'm like, I can see myself like completely like on a walk and forgetting, and I'm like, okay. I might just like hang out by where the people are voting just to like try to see if I could find any of my friends, but yeah, not so much. Okay, well, I thought I wanted to. This one is my last one. I thought this was a talk about voting. I don't know if we'd vote for this, but Mr. Elon Musk is offering people his sperm while creating a family compound in Texas. And if that is not the most like 2024 title, I don't know what is. So basically, he's looking to as this is definitely a lot for headlines, of course, as well, but he's talking a lot about like the population collapse and how a lot of people are deciding to not have children, which is really understandable. And he wants to pretty much like grow his own brood. So he's and right now he has at least 3 mansions in close proximity to each other, and he's building a bunker, like a kind of like a safety bunker for his own family. But he wants to give out his sperm pretty much. And like, people would have to go through the right process to get it, but he could provide sperm to a married couple. And he just thinks it would be great to have a million Elons out there. So.
Can you say creepy?
Yeah, I could. I feel like if this is just me, but I feel like if I had like an Elon Musk baby, it truly would be like an alien growing inside of me. So. But
isn't he married?
I
or is he not? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I feel like he's always kind of married or like dating like a new type of like robot person, and I think he does have children.
It's weird. I mean, it's just crazy because to even say that out loud,
right?
That's like me saying, "Hey, Tracy, I want to donate my sperm to a lot of women to help them with kids and grow the population."
Yeah.
Then after I get up off the floor, after get hit with a lamp, then
I didn't even know this either. This is from an article in Rolling Stone. It said his ambition to grow his dynasty, it has parallels to Jeffrey Epstein, which I did not know this, who made connections within the scientific community. He considered a scheme to spread his DNA by impregnating women at his ranch in New Mexico. So I did not know that like Epstein wanted to / tried to impregnate a whole bunch of women in New Mexico. This really sounds like a sci-fi movie.
It really does. Wow. That's all I gotta say is
yeah. But I mean, I bet a lot of people are going to take him up on the offer because I mean, he's smart. Like, I don't know if Elon's like the beyond genius that we kind of touted him as in the beginning. I'm kind of doubting that more and more, but like, he's definitely. I mean, if you kind of don't have a baby daddy and you're just looking to randomly get some sperm, I mean, it seems like a goodish choice and like to some people, I'm sure,
You know the sad part, Meryl, is you're right. I believe there's going to be a lot of people that take him up on that.
Right, and I wonder financially what it would mean. I don't think he's promising to, like, pay for these for college and everything for the kids, but, like, I would have to think if you're one of Elon's 300 children, then you're gonna be getting some Christmas cards in the mail or something, you know?
Oh,
There
absolutely.
has to be some perks.
Absolutely.
Free Tesla, I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully this one doesn't come to fruition, but I think if he's saying it out loud, he wants it to happen. So,
Yeah, I could be,
well,
and this is just my personal opinion. I can be like originally, I think I was a little bit more pro Elon than most people. Like I had hopes for him in the beginning, and I kind of thought the evil genius thing was like a little bit funny. But lately, I find like everything he touches is not appealing. Like the cyber trucks and like turning Twitter into X. It's like I'm very unimpressed with like what he has done lately.
yeah, yeah.
Like it's kind of
Like,
fugly and ugly.
yeah, and like I said, sometimes you can go too far on a limb that you start damaging your brand too.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we have a
we'll
bunch of
see.
little Elon Musk babies running
What if
around.
next week I'm having a set of Elon twins? My boyfriend wouldn't be too excited, but yeah.
Well, the last subject for today. Don't know if you're a baseball fan or not,
Kind of. And
but
I have to be now because my boyfriend is, but yeah.
well, in the game, in the game of the Dodgers versus the Yankees, two Yankees fans were sitting, and there's all fly balls, and the outfielder will go try and catch the ball to get out.
Yep.
Well, the outfielder jumped up, the Dodgers outfielder. He caught the ball. These two knuckleheads, I mean fans, one grabbed his glove to pry the glove open to take the ball out of the glove, and his buddy next to him grabs the outfielder's arm to keep him from stopping him, the fan, for doing this.
Yep.
So they end up knocking the ball out, and it's kind of like something you would see like on a skit or a comedy skit, or
Yes.
whatever, like,
Yes.
and you're like, did these idiots really just do this? Now, of
Yes.
course, the batter was still called out because it was fan interference, and these two knuckleheads, I'm sorry, fans, were kicked out, obviously,
Good.
and they're probably going to be banned. And what's interesting is they are season ticket holders, which for
Oh,
any sport, it is very, even if you have the money, it's very, very difficult to get season tickets because most people who get season tickets don't give them up. So
yeah.
it's extremely rare to get them.
So did they get the season tickets taken away?
I don't know, but you know what? I think they should. I mean, that was just stupidity beyond belief.
I
That's just like,
know.
you're at a basketball game, you're sitting courtside, and he's coming close to the line, so you decide to jump on the court and grab the ball from the player.
Yeah, or like football, it's like you're gonna intercept something and like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, he's about to like make a touchdown, but let me just like jump on the field as well.
I mean, sometimes fans can get a little bit to the point of ridiculousness. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the game, being excited, but to me, that was an overkill, big
I
time.
know. I think between Dodgers people throwing, some fans throwing stuff on the field, and then this, it's just like everyone needs to like slow their roll for a second and just realize like we're supposed to nicely sit there, and if the ball
Mhm.
comes to you, catch it, but not to like act like such a fool.
Yeah. And their justification was, well, it went past this little imaginary line here. It's like, okay, dude, if he jumps up and he catches the ball, he caught
Yeah.
the ball. You
Yes.
don't, I mean, literally, that's kind of like borderline assault because you
I
actually
know.
grab him, because like I said, his friend grabbed his arm and pulled his arm back to hold his arm. Like, that's kind of like assault there.
Absolutely. I saw the clip and I could not believe it. I think you're right. Where if it went like into them, it would be one thing to just catch it and have him like come into you. But the fact that they really went like digging into his glove and I saw it. I'm like, that is really weird. The only like sense of empathy I could have for them is the fact that sometimes it's like we all do really stupid things like right in the moment. And that's kind of one of those like, why did I do that type of things?
Mhm.
But and it was definitely beyond stupid. Um, and I'm sure they feel like hopefully they feel embarrassed and whatever, but I think you should know enough as a fan to not dig into someone's glove. Like, yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah. Like I said, You know, it. I would be interested to find out if they keep their season tickets, though. I'm
I
gonna be
know. I know. It's kind of I think about that because I'm like, okay, if they had season tickets, is that enough of an offense to like strip them of that forever of just kind of a stupid couple seconds? I don't know. I don't know. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not sure because I feel like I've done stupid things like that in the not like that, but in the moment, where it's just like, I'm so sorry, like that was like really dumb of me. But I definitely think they should have some punishment, whether that's obviously like not coming back for the next games or anything.
Yeah, and you know the crazy thing, Merle. Once they grabbed his arm, if they went, oh shit, and let him go right away,
Yeah,
that's one thing. But they actually, kind of tug with them for a little
I
bit.
know, I know, and his face is just like that. I saw it. Like, that is just so crazy that he has to go through that, or that players even have to deal with that.
Yeah, so, well, he got his 15 minutes of fame, right?
I know. Hopefully, he's not fathering any children, and Elon will be taking over for the sperm of whoever his wife is. But yes, it's like we need less of that. We need less of everything. I'm like, everyone, please stop procreating. We need less of your DNA.
Well, Mary, I know you got to get out here, but do you have anything coming up?
Thank you. Yes, I have so many good shows coming up. I'm going to promote one that's kind of farther away because it's very, very fun. If anyone is in the Los Angeles area on Friday, the 13th of December, so December, Friday, 13th, I'll be at the Hollywood Improv, the small room of it, doing like a really funny skit with one of my friends. So there's a thing called Horror Nerd where it's a monthly show where they pick a different horror theme and we like do skits and jokes about it. So a few months ago, I did one that was Child's Play and like killer dolls. Uh, and who knows what it will be this month. So yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. That sounds like a lot of fun too.
Yeah. Oh, and then my other little plug, thank you, is November 11th. Just that week, I'll be in New Orleans at a comedy festival called the Hell Yes Fest.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah. So if we have any New Orleans people, A, I love New Orleans, and B, I'll be there.
Nice, nice. Those actually sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited to eat grits again.
Well, everyone, we had a great time. Um, wow, this 30 minutes like zoom past.
I know. Went too fast.
Well, everyone, enjoy your day. Thank you so much for watching and supporting us. And always remember that you can watch this and other episodes of this show and other shows on elrodtvnetwork.com. I'm Lawrence Elrod.
I'm Meryl Climo.
Enjoy your day, everyone. Bye bye.